in a week and a half. And look at who all showed up for the man. A week and a half. That's all, half of us don't even show up when we're told a year in advance.
That's really funny.
Half of us that don't even like each other.
Exactly. We've been here since 1 o'clock this afternoon. There has not been any drama. There has not been any problems. Everyone is getting together. Why?
Angel!
Angel is shining down on us right now.
Yeah.
The man has touched all of us, has shown us the positivity that none of us was ever able to see before. I was a dark son of a bitch before that man lived with me for 5 years.
Still are.
Fair enough. But I would like, at this time, his favorite time of the day, sunset, when he said the world slowed down to take a drink. I'd like all of us, those of us with a drink and those of us without, to take
Yes, pause that.
a drink.
Don't have one, get one. Oop, shit.
The man who made all of us better than what we were before we met him. Ladies and gentlemen,
Come to grab drink. Please.
my best friend.
All of us.
He's one of the greatest men I've ever met in my life.
Don't go spinning that right now, okay?
To my son and to my life. Angelus, this is for you. Salute!
Salute!
I'm going to calm down. If anyone else has anything else they'd like to say, now is the time to share your happiness, to share your dreams, and to share the wonderful that Angel brought into your lives.
Probably ought to make a line.
Let me go first because I got to go out.
I do wait for the car to get to the house.
Hey, little man.
What's up?
Read.
Do I get bumps? No?
You know what?
See you later, Aid.
When I first met Angel, I don't know how many years ago, we're at Billy and Steve's house.
Oh, then it was a long time ago.
Yeah. They called me over and said, hey man, we have a barbecue. Big pit in the backyard and all that. Of course, I got there, it was a little flame this big. Of course, Billy was the one in charge of poking everything.
Bill always overestimates size.
Seriously.
He's always trying to poke something too.
Not even Angel, the first time ever.
I got pictures. That was a good party.
And he's this
That was a good
goofy kid. Black hair, dreadlocks, smiling from ear to ear, acting like
That's because he was
an
stoned.
idiot. In my mind, I'm like, what the fuck? What the hell is this
Trying to get away from the wind.
weird, smiling, laughing thing?
Sitter Smith.
This is annoying beyond belief.
I don't want to be disrespectful.
But
I don't like it when it gets around my kid. Reed's mom's.
You know, we became friends. Every year when I go to fair,
I am my babysitter.
right there, all smiles, fucking happiness exuding from him. Now, 2005, I kind of lost my mind. Billy knows why. I went away. Only because I really didn't think that I deserved to be around good people. 2007, I got my mind back a little bit. I decided to crash Anthony's birthday party down in Margate at a karaoke bar. Nobody knew what was coming. Not even Kelly, the one who was putting the thing together. I walked in.
Leave it as pops.
Completely thinking that everyone's gonna make a big deal about the fact that I was there for 2 years for being gone. Well, nobody really gave that much of a shit about the fact that I was there. That was it. The only one to be like, "Boo!" was Angel. Spent the rest of the night smiling and just going on about the fact that I was there. And that was Angel.
All of this is. Don't touch anything up. Trust me. Thank you.
Only when he was playing Halo. Only time you didn't see Angel smiling was when he was playing Halo, because because he cursed that damn Master Chief.
Well, you know what?
But you know the corners of his mouth are still smirking upward.
I will say
You care
that.
if I sit here?
Fire
You care if I sit here? I just want to make sure it's correct.
And I said this on my Facebook.
Apparently somebody cares.
I said this on my Facebook. I'm going to say it again. What we need to do from this day on is remember the good
Stay in
times.
touch.
Yeah.
Not just stay in
he
touch.
wants.
We need to remember the good times we had with him and keep looking up in the sky.
Yummy, Mom.
He's right here with us. He'll never go.
Absolutely.
Very good, Andy.
Angel, the legend.
Woo!
Who's next? Somebody go.
Who wants
Kelly,
to go next?
hold this.
Baby, sing
It's on video.
Absolutely.
And it's been recording.
And you can torture people with Lady Gaga.
So I met Angel in high school. I was brand new to the school. I was at it was Terravilla.
Come on, Tarabella.
Damn
And I walked in,
hold it.
Good name drop.
wannabe punk little fuck that I am. And he just came over and grabbed me and said, "Honey, that looks all wrong. We need to fix that." And he just dragged me over into the crowd of the friends that I have now and changed my life as we know it. And ever since then, like, obviously we've all been in and out of touch with each other and him, of course. But throughout the years at fair, you know, every time we saw each other, we camped together. It was always just a blast hanging out. He made life very enjoyable. He kept peace for somehow God knows what reason. Yeah, he was a great peacemaker, and he was just a wonderful person as it was. And when I went to go see him with Reed, he said something to me that's gonna always stick with me. And he said, "Don't worry about me. I lived a good long life. I didn't do a damn thing with it, but it was a good one." And that made me feel so much better and know that he's gonna be okay. And as much as we're gonna miss him, we know that he's not hurting anymore. And that he's watching us and he's always gonna be there for us. Next.
I guess I will.
Yep. I'm recording a video, honey.
Okay, I'm gonna sit because I hate heights.
You're short.
Yeah, I know. I'm short anyway. I met Angel his first day at Coral Springs High School, and with this one and a couple other people, and we dragged him to our Friday night sushi gathering and introduced him to a whole bunch of new people, and he always loved us for that.
Maybe it's a
He was
ball.
my brother. He was my friend.
It's a video, honey.
I have so many
I don't want you in
stories I
the,
can
in the
tell
smoke,
about
okay?
Pardon me. I can't lose my shit because when I saw him in the hospital last, he looked at me when I started blubbering and he said, "None of that shit. Only happy shit."
That's right.
And the day he died, I heard about an hour or two later. And I started blubbering and I heard in my head, "None of that shit." And I don't know if it was my own brain or whatever, but I heard it, so I can't lose my shit.
He always said if nothing else, I had fun.
Yeah, the thing I will miss the most about Angel is his expressiveness, his debonair. He always had class and panache and flair and pop.
Somebody looked at a thesaurus before they came here.
And his smile lit up a room. If he was angry, oh my, it was a thunderous lip quivering fury.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If you offered him a bite of your sandwich, you better watch your fingers. And I'm just going to close with a short little story. His first year in Miami Fair, we're down there. Fair got called after 40 minutes because it was freezing rain.
I remember that.
Stinking wind, stinging wind. And we 5 of us dived in our tent and climbed under all these blankets. And we're just sitting around telling stories and doing what we do. And the rain stopped for a little bit, so we went out and started hanging things to dry. And he looks at me and he says, "My cloak's wet, what do I do?" I said, "Hang it in the tree, it'll dry." About 10 minutes later, it starts pouring again. We have no recourse but to dive back into the tent. And about an hour later, he's shivering, and I put in more blanket over him, and I said, "Son, where's your cloak?" And he looked at me, and just like this, let's see if I can do the face, in a tree, crying. And that is my favorite Angel story, and there are so many things to remember about him, but the important thing to remember is him the way he was, as he wants to be remembered, and any pain to be left in past, and to know, like Wendy said, that he's not in pain anymore, and he's looking out for us all.
Cheers.
Here's a one for you. My house, circa 2008, Halloween party. Oh God. Bright white T-shirt, black eye makeup. It was the black eyed peas.
Can you record?
Yes.
Me when I do.
Yeah, I'm gonna run out of battery, or not battery, but
I'm hitting the red
yeah.
button when I start.
Bright white shirt with a big P stamped on it with a black eye. Black eyed pea.
He had like a clockwork orange eye or something.
Yep. He took one of my first fedoras. I never got it back.
Yeah, probably never will.
It was a black fedora with a blue skull. He yanked that bitch.
I hope I'm not sitting in fire ants.
You can have it.
Okay. For almost 7 years, Angel lived in our house through 3 different apartments. And what is categorically the worst sections of our marriage that we have ever gone through. And for that entire time, Angel was there for us. He would listen to Tig talk about his side of stuff that was going on. He would listen to me talk about my side of stuff going on. He would force us to sit down in the living room while he mediated like a damn lawyer and tell us to pull our heads out of our asses and understand how much we loved each other, and that, yeah, we screwed up because we're stupid people and we're humans and we do that shit. But that we were better together than letting stuff at that time tear us apart. And he made it a mission to make us talk and make us spend time together and make us work things out as best we can. And he was our son. We referred to him as son. As far as I'm concerned, he's the only child I didn't have to birth, but he's still my child.
I bet that feels good.
Could you imagine giving birth to a full-grown angel?
Ouch.
You know what? I would not have been remotely prouder a human being had I given birth to that man.
Hell yeah, he can crawl out of my vagina anytime.
Having adopted him as my baby boy. He helped take care of the girls as they were growing up. He helped teach them things the same way we were trying to teach them things. If we had stuff to do, he would care for the pets. All he needed was food and alcohol and games to play with. He would help me clean the house. He would help anything we needed. If we had a bad day at work and we came home, he would sit and he would listen to me bitch up a goddamn storm, and at no point was he like, shut up and stop whining. He was just like, you know what, girl, I understand what you're talking about.
There's not many people that can do that. Just saying.
And I know for a long time he hid away from everybody because of what was happening to him. He didn't want people to know because he didn't want people to worry about him. And I understand his feelings on that, but he was wrong because nobody here could have loved him more. Nobody here could have even thought of blaming him or saying what's wrong with you or how could you let this happen or anything like that. No one here would have had that reaction. No. And when we finally went to go visit him, the couple times we got to see him, it was heartbreaking because my boy was a bag of sticks. And even being a tiny person, he always had a personality that could fill fucking Shea Stadium.
I don't know, but his hair was fucking fabulous in there.
And it's just... I stayed as strong as I could while I was there for him, but the second we left, I spent the next hour crying hysterically. And I just wanted to fix it, and I knew I couldn't. That there was no way to make it right. And when Tig told me, because I was at work, he didn't want me to find out just from Facebook. He wanted, someone I love to let me know what happened. And he told me, and I was at work, and I just couldn't work for the rest of the day. I spent the rest of the day sitting in my office just crying and trying to do data entry because I couldn't leave early. And I literally felt like one of my children had died. It's the same as if someone had told me that Rihanna or Andy had passed on. It was... There's a part of my soul that's not there anymore. There's just a slightly darker, empty spot now from the absence of his presence.
It's not empty. That's where his chunk of heart goes.
And I'm going to miss him more than anything. And I think everybody here is going to miss him more than anything because no one on the planet did more for other people as selflessly as Angel did ever.
The most selfless man in the world.
He really is.
Hey Andy, remember about a year ago, you and Angel come to dinner?
It said it needed to cool down.
You and Angel come to dinner about a year ago with Robbie.
Thank you.
And I fed that man like he used to get fed. And oh yeah, I doubled. No, I double cooked everything. And he's sitting there and he's eating. He's like, I've never eaten this much in 2 years. And the only thing he could tell me is, Tig, one thing I miss about living with you is dinner time. That man could put away food like he had a hollow leg, a hollow arm. Fuck, the entire body was hollow. I don't know where he put half the food he ate.
Doesn't matter what it is.
But it was so nice to see him and to see him eat.
I think he must have known or smelled or known when dinner time was at our house. He rolled over on his rollerblades about.
You could start.
How did he know?
You could turn the stove on, and that motherfucker would know. He knew food.
There would be
Damn right he did.
rollerblades and coming to
That man could eat like a fat man and not gain a pound.
Must be, I know.
Eddie, when we all lived in the place in Blue Isle, yeah.